here is what the Fit Fam does with that recipe.
Christ all the time. See, my whole world is built around him. He's the life in my life. I refuse to waste my life.
Hi everybody, welcome back again. Today we are going to learn about baking substitutions. So while I was in good old Walmart the other day checking out the clearance section, which if you didn't know, Walmart does have a clearance section. Anyway, I found this gluten-free banana bread mix. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so exciting. But then I looked at the recipe on the back, and what does it call for? A bunch of oil. So here is what the Fit Fam does with that recipe. You don't need it, and you don't need all that oil. So I'm gonna show you today how to make healthy recipe substitutions for a more macro-friendly treat. So we are going to start off with putting the mix that comes in the container still in our mixer, all of our dry ingredients first, and 3/4 of a package of cricket powder, so about 22 grams worth, a little under an ounce. And then we're gonna add a teaspoon extra baking powder to make sure that it rises, and some pumpkin pie spice. So the pumpkin puree is what you substitute for the oil, and then I am just going to add a little bit of water until I get that more doughy consistency that I'm looking for. And there you go. You can substitute a 1/2 cup of oil for pumpkin puree. dieting and tracking your food. So I'm sure tons of you have found that you can work your booty off in the gym and then not see a single result because you come back and you don't know what you're eating and what you're putting in your body. And you can even be eating very, very healthy, all fruits, all vegetables, and not be getting the results that you want. So this is a video for very, very introductory people looking just to start tracking their food and figuring out how much they're taking in. So it's very easy to do, and all you need is your phone. Also, measuring cups and scales definitely help, but at the very, very least, just estimate. For example, 4 ounces of chicken is going to be about a fist, and then a cup of rice and that kind of thing you can measure. First and foremost, you're going to use your phone. You're going to download a thing called MyFitnessPal, and it's going to be amazing. Whenever you first sign up, you go to your app store, you sign up, you're going to put in your height, your weight, your age, your activity level, give them your email, blah, 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 go through it. And it's going to spit out a generic number that MyFitnessPal thinks is going to get you to accomplish your goal that you set in there. I have never found someone who has followed exactly what MyFitnessPal has said and really achieved optimal results. So with this, I am not telling you that the number and the macros that MyFitnessPal spits out and tells you to eat are going to be what gets you to achieve your goal, because in reality, it probably won't. So, that's another story. This is all about just using the app and figuring out what are you actually taking in, and then we can adjust from there as time goes on, and definitely getting a hold of myself or someone else to help you figure out what should you be taking in macro-wise, calorie-wise, and everything. Okay guys, so this is your home screen. That's the app. You're gonna go in there, and this is what it's going to look like after you have it all updated. I have an iPhone, and I found that people who have Droids have a little bit different screen setup. So tap at the very top, and as a for the record, the calorie count that it says I should be eating is 2465, but I do not follow that, and from day to day my nutrition changes and tons of different things. So anything that it says on here for what I should be eating and my goals, I do not follow. This is just a way that I track my food. So you come in here and it has breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. The exercise part of it I have found is not very accurate, so I would not do that. If you want to track your water, you can track your water. Whatever works better for you, carrying around a gallon, it's a personal preference. So anyway, you can come in here, click the add food button, and then it'll give you recent, frequent. You can customize, put in foods, you can put in meals, and then you can even add your own recipes. So this is not restrictive. If you want to make dinner for your family and you estimate, I ate about 1/4 of the entire dinner and I added all of the ingredients and created my own recipe, I can do that. For example, my banana pumpkin cricket bread is in there. I made some stuffed cricket French toast. I mean, a ton of different recipes in there that I have added all of the ingredients and then sectioned out the serving size and put them in here. So you just go in there and put how much of a serving you had. Say I had 1 serving, put that there and put the check mark there. Then I can go in and let's go to my recent. So usually I eat egg whites in the morning with oatmeal, and post-workout I have a half of a Pop-Tart. So I'm going to go down here, click add 4, and then you see that it is all added, and you can go in there and look at the fat, carbs, and protein content and calorie content of all of the foods you are eating. So after you do that for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and your snacks, you can click up here again and it will show you your nutrition. So after I added those 4 things, I had eaten 74 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. And there's my percentages, and then you can also hit nutrients, and that will tell you how much protein you and carbs and fat and everything you have eaten and how much you have left for the day. But like I said, it's not necessarily what my goal is. See, Grandma's texting me. And then you can also see calories, and it'll split it up by what you have eaten throughout the day. I only logged breakfast, so 100% of my food was breakfast. Now, let's go in and look at changing your goals. So you can go in here to goals, put in your current weight. I haven't updated this in a while. My current weight is a little bit higher than that. My goal weight is about that. Hashtag off-season gains. My goal is to gain about a half of a pound per week. My activity level is very active. You can change that however you'd like, and that'll change your calories that it says you should eat. Another thing that you can do is you can track your weight on MyFitnessPal. So I can go into the progress section and I can track my weight every day and see how much I fluctuate. Now that looks like I fluctuate a lot, but in reality it's just a couple of pound range there, depending upon the day, and if you're female, depending upon the time of the month. You can also, if you would like, scan a barcode if you don't want to manually type in and search for the foods, because right there at the top you could search for anything that you want. So for example, I'm in the office, don't judge me, the only thing that I have in here is Weight Watchers mint patties. Those midday cravings. And so say I had one of these and I want to track it. I can just flip it over to the barcode on the back, hit the barcode button on MyFitnessPal, put the barcode in the middle of there, and it'll scan it. So that is telling me that one mint patty has 3.3 fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 50 calories. So if I ate 2 of them, I would change the serving size to 2, and then go up to the top and hit check, and then add it. So there it is. You can see that it's added with the rest of my foods that I already put in there. So try it out, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Some people use different fitness trackers. I love MyFitnessPal and have used it for the past couple of years with flexible dieting while I'm on prep, while I'm really not tracking much at all, and it just helped me keep cognizant of what I'm doing. So long story short, guys, this was just a very introductory video on how to show you how to start tracking your food. This is not an educational video upon what type of macros you should be eating. This is just if you have never tracked your diet before, log your food, put it in there, and see what you're at so that when you go to a coach or someone to help you, they have a baseline for what you're doing.